Hello everyone, this is Physical 15, welcome back to another episode. Let's play Breath of Fire, and I'm about to start probably the worst area of the game, so, at least in my opinion. There's a whole bunch of steep vents on the ground. They will pop up and they will hurt us whenever we touch them. At first here is really nice because you can basically tell where they're going to be. They're basically just going to be around the edges and where we can't go and stuff. And towards the end, they'll just seem to pop out at random out of the floors or out of the ground. Basically, it means that we can't really go wherever we want right now. We can't really see where we're going, so the only really good thing about this area is that you gain levels really quick because there is a really high encounter right here. Unfortunately, a lot of the enemies are pretty tough though, so there are going to be a lot of new enemies in this area, and we're going to need to stay at close to full health for as long as we can. So that is why I suggested getting so many acorns, because you are really going to go through acorns really quick here. Because a lot of the enemies you almost have to take out with magic, so it's not like doing physical damage will cause like 0 damage to them or anything, but they have really powerful attacks, and you're gonna want to take them out as quickly as possible. The first time that I played through the game, I almost thought that this was the end, because the enemies are going to be that difficult, so just take your time and make sure and do healing and use your acorns whenever you have to, and before you go in and actually take on this area, you might want to pick up a couple of lives, because if Nina dies and you're like halfway through it or whatever, you're screwed. So that's about it. This area is going to take me a long time to get through, because at least for me, the battles are going to be really long and pretty hard. So you can kind of see some of the steep vents kind of pop out in the middle of the ground and stuff. Here it's not too bad because we can just avoid them, so yeah, only there we took damage, so not an extreme amount or anything, but if you keep running into stuff, then it'll cause you more damage and stuff, so just be careful. The one thing that I would say is worse than taking damage is that we can't go that way, because steam vent will always pop up there, so as I said, not too bad here, because most of the areas are blocked off, so okay, I think these are kind of new enemies. The Wraith X's, like the Wraith here, they're gonna be weak to fire, so you don't have to use magic specifically against these guys, so but auto battle these guys. I did not put on the boomerang with the hero. I guess you really could if you kind of thought that you needed to, but I should be fine like I am right here, so. As I said, you gain levels really quick here, so. The main person that we want to gain levels with is definitely Blue, because she's gonna gain a whole bunch of magic spells and so on. And some of them we're really gonna need, so. And even if you press onto these blocks right, or these stones I should say, usually you'll get a little bit of damage too, because some of them seem to be hiding the steam vents, so. 2 Wraith X's and a Buzzer, and luckily for me, they dropped a life, so. Gonna definitely need a couple of lives here, so. Unless you really get caught in battle, I wouldn't bother using a life 2 just yet, so. Because there are gonna be 3 zooms, and Blue took a little bit of damage there, so. What's this thing? Oh well, I'll leave it in an annotation. Kind of forgot what I was talking about right there, so. Because that battle with the 3 zooms was actually kind of long, so. Well, longer than it usually takes. Try to keep your guys above 100 HP here, so. I went through this area and I did it before, and I saved it on another save file. I'm just gonna load it when I get totally done, so I don't have to come back or anything, because this area is just horrible. I have not run into them yet, but I ran into a whole bunch of Warhog X's on the way out. A lot of groups of 3, and those are just devastating when they're all together, so. But hopefully I'll just run into a group of 1 here, so. Can show it off, so. Now, for our first treasure chest here, you might think that you have to go all the way around to get it. While you could, the much better way to get the first treasure chest here is to just walk up. That skeleton right down there is just there for show, so. We get a light shield. You might have already picked one of these things up in Tunlin or Prima when you actually went with Gobi to try and buy and sell stuff at the auction place or whatever you want to call it. You might have picked one of those things up there, and if you did, you probably put it on Blue already, but just moved on here. 85, 128. using magic really isn't going to be that much of a thing here. It would be if you would come in with really low levels, but we're going to be gaining probably about, I'd say, I think in my other save I got like in like 6 levels above the mats. There's 3 treasures here. The other 2 you really don't have to worry about. I think it's just an herb and like I can't remember what the other one is. But, when I get to my other save file, I'll look in the inventory. It's not something that's really great or anything. I think it's just a headgear or something, but 2 zooms. That one up there, unfortunately, I don't think that we can just head straight up and get it. So we'll have to go around. Again, it's not something that you specifically have to get, so don't think that if you miss out on it, then you have to go back and find it. Don't know exactly where some of these steam vents are. It's not quite as bad as it is when you get towards the end, but here's the enemy that I was thinking of. Not bad, but the Warhog X, I think it will cast like Char on you, which the fire spell on when blue gets it. That is the spell that I would use against the Zooms, because it attacks the entire enemy group. Just one Warhog X really isn't going to be a thing for me. There was like 2 or 3, then maybe I would be a little concerned, but they're not really the fastest enemies, so. Not too bad or anything, but one of the spells that we get in here, because we get so many attacks and stuff, is the Ice X spell, which is, of course, much more powerful. Does cost more meta points, but really that's just gonna be okay. Trying to get through here. Running into too many of these sides that we can, so. As I said, those churches, they're really not going to be worth the whole bunch. 3 Wraith Exos and 2 posters. Okay, now we start getting after this vertical area here with the lunar area.